Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. We're back in the pickup, getting a change of scenery, shooting some videos outside of the house or the backyard. I got my lucky Seahawks hat on. As you'll see, it's got the customization on one side, money machine on the other, and my haircut I'll quickly get covered because I look like fucking Captain Caveman who hasn't had a beard trim or a haircut for 5 months. Anyway, 5 Minute Friday is where we answer questions that come through by email or through the comment section on these videos, and we're going to jump right into it. We'll get the timer started. Question number 1. What to do if you get scared? So a lot of people are scared right now for a lot of reasons. One is investments are going to shit. Markets are going to shit. A lot of businesses can't open up. It's trying times. And so my dad instilled a thing in me when I first started my business back in 1999. And I was scared almost that entire year. I can't actually remember a day where I wasn't scared. And what he used to say to me is, when you get scared, get busy. And when you get busy, you end up getting lucky. And so anytime you're feeling fearful of something happening, bankruptcy, losing staff, losing clients, all of that good stuff, what's important is to go back to that original video, which I'll link above and below, around mindset. But first thing you have to do is get control of your mindset so you have control of your outlook. Number 2 is look for the opportunities, and number 3 is come up with a tactical plan. And so whenever I'm nervous or scared, I quickly look for opportunities and then I action on them. Even if it's an imperfect actioning on them, I get busy. And he was right. When I get busy, I end up getting very, very lucky. Now, I'm not scared of what's happening in this market other than fearful for losing people, like actually them losing their lives. But from a business perspective, there's some huge opportunities here, especially when I watch the competition not doing anything. And so with those opportunities, anytime I'm even nervous, I quickly look at the tactical plan and I get on the phone and start calling people. So when I get scared, I don't sit there, I get busy doing something. Question 2, my clients have disappeared. What should I do? Find new clients. We want everyone in the best of times to have 3 niche markets that they go after and have a couple of backups. So if you see that those clients have disappeared or are likely to disappear, start looking at markets who are buying what you do. And if they're not buying what you do, what else could you be doing? How could you retool what you're doing to open yourself up to new markets? I have a client that's in the furniture and houseware business, and 50% of her business evaporated last week. So we quickly shifted course and moved into a focus on very budget-minded retailers that are still open, and dumping our stock in there to grab some cash. But 50% disappeared. We quickly looked at who still was buying what we produce, and we've actually changed the focus on what we used to sell as value-add ancillary is now our primary products that we're selling right now. So always have 3 niche markets you're developing. You want them to be somewhat independent from each other. So if one goes down, they don't all go down. In this market, a lot are going down. So look at other ones that are still doing business and go after them. Question number 3, I'm worried my bank is going to pull my financing tool. So I assume that means your lines of credit, your visas, all of that stuff. That can happen when your ratios get out of whack on what the bank likes. So depending on what lines that you have, I would copy, I think Ford, who did this during the financial crisis, I think it was Ford, is they had $1 billion line of credit at 2%, which they took all of that line of credit and liquidated it into cash and sat in their bank accounts. And they paid the 2% service on that line of credit just so that they had cash, and they didn't require a bailout like the other 2 companies did, Dodge and Chevy, and I could have that wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it was something like that. One of them liquidated out their lines. And so if you have lines of credit that are, the interest rate is somewhat reasonable, you might consider liquidating them into cash so that if the bank does pull them, you do have those cash reserves that you can use. I know bankers won't like that, but they can go fuck themselves. Number 4, and check with your accountant, by the way. Check with your accountant and your lawyer on that just to make sure I'm not getting you into trouble, but that's what I would do is if I needed the cash, I would liquidate out lines and use them. Number 4, don't do it on your credit card though. Credit cards, bad idea. Although credit cards in Canada have dropped from 18.99% to 10%, but still check in with your account. Number 4, should I keep paying my key staff even if I don't have business? No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't keep it. This is not going to be a short-term issue. This is going to be a long-term issue. What I would do if I were you is explore any government options to get them money, but not necessarily yours. In Canada, the government is matching 75% of every dollar in staffing costs. If you can continue to operate, do so. But if you can't, 25% is still 25% you might not recover. Try to find your key staff a safe landing place to wait in the short term and get your ass hustling. If you can't shift your market, get your ass hustling to find new markets for what you're selling and try to keep going. That's kind of a longer one. That might actually be a good video on its own because there's lots to talk about on that. And the 5th question, I'm worried my clients won't pay me. We just did a video on this. And so check that video out. It talks about what to do if you're nervous that your clients aren't going to pay and the steps to go through. I'm going to link it there. I'll put it be a tag up here, but I'll also, it'll be in the playlist. I'll make sure that that's in there. Anyway, that's your 5-minute Friday. I think we got pretty close to the 5 minutes. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. Email chris@goceo.com. And remember, gladiators eat first. This is why we go to the dojo to train, and this is our market to not only sustain in, but build in. I'll see you in the next video.